you should begin by taking from yourself, and then those two should be made around on the breath. So we begin by, bringing to mind the faults of the selfish, self-centered attitude, and then imagine this self-centered attitude, the cause of all of our problems. And when we say our problems, it doesn't mean like we are the cause of all our problems, because it's also, like I was saying in response to Fred's questions, it's the selfish attitude in other people's minds is the cause of their problems and what makes them a problem to me. Right? So if we want to get angry, don't get angry at other people, get angry at the selfish attitude in their mind and work to destroy that. How do we destroy that? By learning how to destroy the one in our own mind, right? Then we'll know how to help them destroy theirs, right? But as long as we suffer, then it's difficult. But not to say that we don't do other things as well. But so we reflect how our own selfish attitude is the source, and selfish attitude in general is the source of the suffering of all sentient beings, but especially for us, our own selfish attitude is the one we can try to get rid of first. And then imagine that's like a black ball at your heart. And then remember the kindness of all sentient beings. And then think, in order to repay this kindness, may all of their suffering ripen upon me. And then we, in order that they be free from suffering, may I suffer in their place. And then as we inhale, we imagine drawing their suffering out from them. So start with one sentient being first, someone you care about first. And then when that's comfortable, you move on to someone who you have a neutral attitude towards. And then when you can do that quite clearly, then move on to someone that you even have dislike for. And do the same with regard to them, and then expand outwards to all sentient beings gradually. But so as we inhale, imagine drawing their suffering as it comes into us. So imagine drawing their suffering out of, and it comes out of them in the form of like black smoke or soot or something, whatever, you can use your imagination, whatever fits your mind. And then as you draw it into yourself, it becomes like a powerful laser beam or lightning bolt and strikes the self-cherishing at your heart and diminishes, and then gradually destroys it. So that's how you meditate on, but hold on, because it says, and you should begin from taking from yourself. So just to back up, because that's taking from others. So actually to begin with, you imagine your own suffering that you have the potential to experience in the future, or the suffering that you have now. You recognize how all that's come about, the suffering you experience now, and the suffering whatever suffering you might experience in the future, or you could think about the past also, if you like. But all of that comes from the selfish mind. And then as you inhale, you have compassion for yourself, wishing, may I be free from suffering. You can also meditate on your own kindness to yourself, if you like. But thinking, may I be free from suffering. Especially, if you have an obstacle to wishing to yourself being free from suffering, it could be helpful to think about your own positive qualities and how you've actually been kind to yourself in order to generate, because both of these originate from a caring attitude towards oneself. So, but with the caring attitude towards oneself, wishing that one be free from suffering and recognizing the source of one's suffering is the selfish mind, then begin by doing the same thing. Imagine as you inhale, drawing your own suffering into your heart and putting it on the one to blame, on the selfish attitude. So again, it becomes like a laser beam or lightning bolt and diminishes and destroys selfish attitude. And then, then as I explained, in relation to others.